Hi there, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to a sunny day where you are in the world, I hope. It's beautiful here. I just got back from a walk. It was really lovely to get outside early in the morning before the crowds and while I can still, just kind of hear the silence of nature. I just enjoy my morning walks and hope that you have some point in your day where you get outside and or even just open the windows and just take a moment to breathe in the fresh air and appreciate our beautiful world. It's really cool. I know there's lots going on and in my life as well as yours, but we've got to, look at the small things in the context of the bigger picture. So I'm having my tea this morning. I'm just having a Lipton, or sorry, not Lipton's, it's Twinings green tea. My favorite tea of all time, variations. I have hundreds of options, but in my favorite rainbow mug. This is my cheer me up mug. Whenever I'm feeling a little bit like I need motivation and connection to myself and to the world, my rainbow mug. I love it. So anyway, I do hope that you're doing okay. We have a great blogger. Her name is Anne Richardson. And Anne writes about all kinds of topics. She has a website called Celebrating Gran. And as a grandmother, she has lots of topics that are of interest to our community. But this particular article, it's so simple. And it just struck me as one that we're doing it all the time, so why not have a discussion about it? And it's about this whole idea of chatting to create meaningful conversations. That's the name of the article. And I really loved it when I first read it because I'm a chatter. Like Anne. Anne is from the UK and so am I. So I think there's something in our genetics, in our culture that makes us chatters. We just like to chat with people about all kinds of topics and, not even so much deep and meaningful to start with. We're great conversationalists about the weather in England. It's like the weather could go on for hours. You could talk about weather forever. Whereas in Switzerland, if you say things like, wow, it's really cold out today, they'll go, yes, it's winter. And it's like, yes, it's winter. That they don't chat about the weather. Let's just put it that way. So in England, I think we used to chat more. And certainly Anne says she chats morning, noon, and night about issues, family, events, whatever. She just likes to chat. And I thought it'd be a good topic to discuss with you, since this is more or less what we do every day. We sit here and chat with one another. At least I chat with you and you're listening and replying some way. And that's really, I think, the value that Anne mentions. It leads to meaningful conversations. If we just sit here and chat about the small things, we start to feel part of each other. We start to feel an intimacy and a kind of connection that's just unique. You can't get it any other way. And I think, to be honest with you, hand on heart, that's one of the challenges of living in a country where I don't speak the language, because there's something about language that contains a germ of more. So you mention one small thing and then it leads to something else and something else. And that's, I think, what Anne is talking about, that you can chat on the phone or on Skype or in person. And it's somehow that's one level, but chatting in person just gives you that connection with eye to eye and lead always to a further, deeper conversation. So I think that, if there was one thing that I think people value most when they get older, it's being asked questions. When you're younger, your kids are asking you questions, your friends, your colleagues, and there's this constant dialogue that's leading somewhere. But as you get older and spend more time at home, there's this lack of stimulation from a question. And it could be a very simple question. It doesn't have to be necessarily on a significant topic. It could just be, just something. What are you planning to do today? Or what's your plan for travel this year? It's like, it's not really powerful comments like, deep and meaningful, what's your view on, but it's like, what are you planning to do today? What's important to you? What's your desire? And then from there, you can start going deeper, asking questions, going a little bit further. So I think that, as Anne points out, the opposite of chatting is where a lot of people find themselves, and that's lonely. Socially isolated from the world simply because they don't have anyone that says, how are you doing? What's new in your life today? What's something that's happened this week that's been very special? And so you keep all those thoughts to yourself and you circle them around in your mind, but you don't get that kind of stimulation and intimacy. So chatting has huge value from on the whole spectrum of, just simple, how are you doing, to, what's your feeling about this topic or that situation. So you've got a whole spectrum of ways to talk and to chat. I think that this social isolation, though, is very interesting because a lot of our women deal with it. But when I look back over my younger years with my kids, that we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have any of the things that you might think today are enablers of great conversation. So it's not like we were missing anything. And I think that even today, I sit sometimes in a cafe, and I do pull my phone out if I'm sitting alone. I'll read the news headlines, or I'll just quickly read my mail. But then I try to just catch myself and put it down and just look around for an opportunity. And if it's a chat with the waitress or the waiter, if it's a chat with someone who's sitting maybe you're on a table where there's other people, just say hi. I like your dress. That's really cool. You have great eyes. Wow, where did you get that bag? Or whatever. It doesn't matter. That's the value of chatting. Is it doesn't matter what you say, just that you reach out. So I think that if we can keep the social media in perspective as being just one way of chatting. I mean, I do go on Facebook and I like to read what people have to say. And of course, I absolutely love reading what you guys have to say on our 60andMe website. But it's not, I'm not adverse to having a conversation with someone. And in fact, I love it. I love those chats. We've asked people times in the past, do you talk to strangers? And of course, it's always, the story is not good advice for young children, but is great advice for older people to talk to strangers. Because, gosh, we've got so much to share, and I think confidence. Some of us may be nervous about conversation with strangers, but when you think about it, you've actually got something to say. I mean, you've got at almost every level of conversation, there's something you could add to it. We've had that much experience in our lives. So, and believe it or not, people do love that chatter. They love that relaxed, fun conversation. So I think Anne's onto something here. I think she says, we need more chatting in the world. That's maybe a way to break down some of the barriers between ages, between different groups, between cultural groups, differences there, that just having a simple chat about an issue or, some shared experience. We all eat. We all go to sleep. We all have passions. We all often have children or grandchildren. Yesterday, in fact, it was really fun. I was on the train, and a woman sat next to me, and she had two little girls, and one was named Grace and the other was named Tilly. And Tilly was so cute. She was like little chubby cheeked Tilly. And I just thought, what a cool name for one thing. And so I asked her, where did you come up with that name? So it's just that, and we chatted all the way on the train for 20 minutes. It was, Grace was telling us, she had a t-shirt on that said, something about I love adventures or something, and I asked her what her favorite adventure was, and she told me, and just stuff like that. I mean, it's so trivial in some ways, but so meaningful in other ways. So I'd love to know, do you like to chat? Who do you chat to? Do you wish you had more people to chat with in your life? Leave your comments in the section below. Let's chat about chatting. And I look forward to reading your comments, and I'll join in myself. I'll join the chat, and tell your friends, ask them to join us as well. And let's have a fabulous day, everybody. Hope that you get out and do something great, and that you can find someone to have a nice chat with today. So the question, do you like to chat? Who do you chat with? And do you think we need more people to chat with in our lives? All right, everybody. Well, take very good care. I hope that you have a nice day, and I'll talk to you all again really soon. Bye-bye for now.